the most I've ever made from one business was over. So I've tried a lot of different ways to make money online, and I'm just talking about online part, right? And I'm just going to be honest with you. Some things worked really well and some things didn't. I guess that's how the story goes, right? Right. So the most I've ever made from one business was over $100,000. And that came from selling jewelry using WhatsApp and Facebook, guys. It's easy, right? And I know a lot of persons probably look down on that, but it actually makes me currently a pretty good income. And honestly, that was the easiest ways for me to make money online. End of story, blog and vlogging, and I guess you guys can go now. Okay. You see, people understand physical products. They see it, they like it, they buy it. Easy, right? But at the same time, it was a lot of work. You had to order stock, make sure everything is available, deal with deliveries. In my case, I had to deliver, okay? And sometimes I would buy things that didn't even sell, right? So I got to the point where I said, I want something easier, okay? Something more flexible. So that's when I started getting into digital products, okay? And believe me, I am not going to lie, this is where things got even harder. I did make sales. I sold digital products through Pinterest and YouTube and one or two of Etsy, but it wasn't as consistent as selling my physical product, okay? And I think this is where a lot of people get stuck, because online you see people saying, just create a PDF, just sell a planner, just make an ebook. And it sounds simple, so simple. But in reality, it's not that easy to stand out because everyone is doing the same thing. So I had to shift again. So instead of just creating products, I started thinking, what can I create that actually helps people get results faster? And that's what led me into building a tool. Yes, because one thing I do understand very well is traffic. I've grown a Pinterest account to over 1.7 million impressions and around 16,000 outbound clicks. But the problem was, it took a lot of time, sometimes hours, just to create pins, write descriptions, and to find keywords. And I know that most beginners are not going to keep up with that at all. So I built something to make it easier for me. That's how PinCraft started, guys. Yep. Now, instead of spending hours, I create multiple pins in a much shorter time. And I can download everything and upload it to Pinterest in one go. And my app is not perfect as yet. There are still things I'm improving, but it works. And more importantly, it saves me a ton of time. And that's really the shift I want you to understand, okay? It's not just about creating products anymore. It's about creating something that solves a problem faster. So if you're watching this and you're still trying to figure out your thing, I want you to ask yourself one question. Not what's trending right now, not what everyone else is selling, but what I have already figured out that other people are still struggling with. Because that's your product. That's your tool. That's your business, okay? So for me, it was 3 things. Selling with WhatsApp, no website, no ads, just conversations. Pinterest traffic, built to 1.7 million impressions from scratch. And then taking everything I learned about traffic and building PinCraft so other people could do it faster than I did. None of that came from copying someone else at all. It came from paying attention to what was working in my own life. So that's the shift. Okay? So stop looking for the thing that's working for everyone. Start building around what's already working for you. Okay? So if you want to see how I use PinCraft to create Pinterest content faster, that video is right here. And if you're starting from zero and want to know the exact Pinterest strategy that got me to 1.7 million impressions, you can download my Pinterest viral blueprint. I'll link that in the link below too, okay? So that's it, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.